yogis! Welcome to day one of our Beginner Balance Momentum program. I'm Chelsea Lundeen, the founder of Ascend Your Asana, and I'm so excited that you're here for us today. I can't believe you're actually starting your yoga and fitness journey. Isn't that just so exciting? I'm so happy for you. So welcome to day one. Today's pose is downward facing dog, a foundational pose for any and all of your yoga practices. So get ready. We're going to start in child's pose today. So we're going to bring our big toes together, knees nice and wide, and we're going to sit back on our heels and then just crawl our hands forward and rest our frontal lobes on the mat. And we're just going to take a moment to connect with our breath here today. Deep inhales through the nose and exhales through the nose. And just try to center your mind on your breath. And when you're ready, we're going to lift our frontal lobes off the mat and we're going to walk our hands over to the left side. So feeling a nice stretch through the right side body. Deep breath here. Good. And we're going to walk our hands over to the other side. Now feeling that stretch through the left. Before returning to center. And we're going to rise up onto our knees into tabletop posture. So feet hip width apart, knees under hips and wrists under shoulders. And we're just going to do a few gentle cat-cow postures. So you're probably going to experience a few poses throughout this journey that you haven't quite gotten to yet in our balance momentum flow. But don't worry, I'll walk you through them and we'll have a good time. So let's start with some cow posture. So deep inhale here as we drop our ribs down, bringing our gaze 3 feet in front of us. And exhale as we tuck our ribs in, puffing through the back of the back and bringing our chin in towards our chest into cow or cat posture. Inhale, dropping our ribs and chest down towards the mat, bringing the gaze forward. Exhale into cat posture. I want you to repeat this at least 2 more times, going with your own breath. Inhale as you bring your gaze forward, and exhale as you come into cat posture, tucking your chin. Let's return to tabletop position here, so neutral spine. We're going to ground through our left hand as we bring our right hand up towards the sky, following our gaze. And we're going to what we call thread the needle. So thread it through, sliding it across the floor, bending that left elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale it back up. Exhale, thread the needle. This time resting your shoulder on the mat. If you'd like, you can keep your left hand where it is, or you can walk it over to the right side of your mat, opening up the chest just a bit and getting a nice spinal stretch here. Breathe through the posture here. And when you're ready, you can return your left hand under your shoulder. Use that to pull your body up and come back into tabletop posture. And we're going to ground through our right hand as we swing that left hand up now. Gaze high. Exhale and thread it through, dropping that shoulder towards the mat. Inhale back up, gaze high. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale one more time, gaze high. Exhale, thread it through, this time pausing and dropping that shoulder fully to the mat. Again, you may keep your right hand where it is, or walk it this time to the left part of your mat. And just kind of open up your chest, pulling that shoulder up and over, getting that nice spinal stretch here. Few deep breaths. Good, return that right hand under your right shoulder and use it to push yourself back up as you come into tabletop one more time. And this time we are tucking our toes under and coming into high plank. We want to keep our wrists slightly turned out, our fingers wide, weight in between the index finger and the thumb, and we're going to send it back into downward facing dog. So again, we want those fingers wide, weight not in the palms, but in the fingertips. And our goal here isn't to touch our heels to the mat. Our goal is to find length through the spine, through the body. So bend your knees if you need to. Don't feel like you have to try to push those heels in. We're looking for that nice spinal stretch here. And I want you to think about bowing your elbows out for a second and then sucking them in. We're what we call wrapping our triceps. And this will widen the shoulder blades as we sink into our posture. Breathe through. Feel free to pedal out your legs if you need to get comfortable in this pose. And right now this may feel hard as you begin your yoga journey, but eventually you'll turn to downward facing dog as almost a rest pose. So right now if it's hard, just know that it does get easier with time. We want to ground through that left leg as we whip our right leg up, keeping those hips square, not opening up, but keeping them nice and square. And we're going to bring our weight forward on as we come up onto our left toes, tuck that right knee in, puffing through the back of the chest, tucking the knee in towards the chest, and see if you can place that foot in between your hands. If you can't, that's okay. Just simply pick it up and put it right in between your hands. And we're going to drop that left knee down, like so. Keeping that right foot on the mat, we're going to straighten that right knee as we come into half split. So feel that nice hamstring stretch here. If this is too much for you, you can grab some blocks and place them on either side of you. Otherwise, kind of keep the spine long. You can come up onto your fingertips if that makes it easier for you. And we just want to sink into this stretch. So breathe here a moment. Good, we want to bend that right knee now. Come into a low lunge. Let's put our hands on our right knee if we can. Shoulders back. Pelvis slightly tilted, so we're not sinking necessarily into our hip. We want to keep our core active and just breathing through this posture here. Good, hands back on the mat. We're gonna use our leg to lift our back knee up, and let's shoot that leg back to join it and into downward facing dog one more time. Stay here only a moment before we ground through that right leg. Inhale that left leg back up. Hips square here. Come up onto those right toes as we tuck our left knee in towards our chest, puffing through, pushing the mat away, puffing through the back of the back, and see if you can bring that foot in between your hands. Again, help it along if you need to. We're going to drop our back knee, and let's straighten out that left knee to come into half split. Again, this is a great hamstring stretch. Feel free to use the blocks as needed. Kind of just sink into the stretch here if you can. Sinking a little deeper with each exhale. Good. When you're ready, let's straighten up, or let's bend that left knee. Let's come up into low lunge. So hands on that knee, core engaged once again, pelvis strong, shoulders back. And just breathe through this posture here. Good. Bring our hands down to the ground. Lift the back knee up. Your left knee join it. Let's drop them one more time. We're going to do a modified chaturanga here. So bow out those elbows again. Tuck them in towards your torso. And let's bring our chest, lead with our chest down to the ground. Touching our chest in chin to the mat. And we're going to come up into down, upward facing dog. So press through, knees lifted, or you can leave them on the mat. This is tomorrow's pose, upward facing dog. Getting a little sneak peek today. And we'll exhale. Push, push, push your hips back into downward facing dog. Good job, guys. Now inhale, we're going to kind of roll and come into a kneeling position on our mats. If this is too uncomfortable for you, you can put a blanket under your hips, or just kind of widen your knees or widen your feet a little more to take the pressure off. We're going to do a slow and controlled rise up to high kneeling. So on your inhale, I want you to sweep your hands up while simultaneously using your quads to lift your body up. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, slow and controlled, lower down. Use those quads to slow and control, lower. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. This time pausing at the top. Exhale, twist to the left as you drop your hands to shoulder level. Inhale, rise up to center. Exhale, twist to the right, dropping your arms to shoulder level. Repeat this one more time on each side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, slow and controlled, lower down. We're going to untuck our feet from under us and come into a seated forward fold. So stretch out those legs in front of us. And we're going to keep our spine long, and we're going to tiptoe our hands as far as we can. So for some, that may be right here, and that is okay. For others, you may be way over here. That is okay. We want to focus on today's stretch on keeping that spine long and just kind of pulling our legs towards us. Imagine on your exhale sinking a little deeper into the stretch. Again, spine is long. One more deep breath here. Good, and release. We're going to take our right foot and put it outside of our left thigh. We're going to bring our right hand about just outside of our knee and back, or our hips in there. We're gonna swing our left hand up and tuck that elbow behind our right knee and get a nice spinal twist here. Not so much that you're cracking bones and joints, but just enough to feel that nice stretch through the side body. Gaze over your shoulder. Good, and release. Bring out that foot, and let's bring our left foot in, outside of our right thigh. Left hand back, sweep the right hand over. Nice spinal twist here. Gaze over your left shoulder. Spine long. Few deep breaths here. Good. Let's return now, and we're going to come onto our back. So grab your knees and slowly roll down. And we're going to take these knees and we're going to use our left hand to push them over to the left side. And you can take your right hand and stretch it out shoulder level on the other side of your body. This is just a gentle spinal twist here. Good. Let's bring our hips, knees up. Take that right hand, push them over to the right side as we bring our left hand down. Following our gaze to our left fingertips. Come back to center. Let's give our knees a nice squeeze and knee to chest pose. Deep breath here. And exhale, we'll come into corpse pose for Shavasana. So we'll let our feet rest, limp our arms, limp our palms to the sky. Use your head to kind of lift it up and tuck your shoulder blades under just a bit. We don't want our neck pinching like towards our chest or like too high up. We want it kind of neutral so that it's not strained in any way. We want to turn our attention back to our breath today. I want you to keep an open mind in this yoga journey that you're embarking on. Yoga and fitness, I should say. And never get upset with your body for not being able to do a pose. It comes with time. Just be open with yourself and your capabilities, and be mindful of how you're feeling as you enter into each pose. And just know that you're exactly where you're meant to be. But again, I am so thankful that you're joining me on this journey, this beautiful balanced momentum. This is a great way to start your fitness journey, and I hope that you stick with it and find it educational and motivational and fun. So thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.